In our fast-paced and stressful world, it's often hard to tell the difference between laziness and burnout. An astonishing reality: about 75% of adults in the United States experience symptoms of burnout, of which 40% are more severe cases. However, don't dismiss these signs as simple laziness. In the midst of fatigue and stress, the Stoic philosophy provides a foundation for understanding that we cannot always control the situation, but we can control our attitude towards it. However, it's important to recognize the 6 hallmarks of burnout in order to notice changes early. Let's dive deeper, discover Stoic wisdom, and explore the 6 key points that distinguish burnout from laziness. 1. Mood changes and irritability. Sudden mood swings and irritability are subtle signals of burnout that are often overlooked. Imagine yourself, who used to be energetic and cheerful, suddenly becoming overly sensitive and difficult to control your emotions. This is not just laziness, but a pervasive symptom of emotional and physical overexertion. You may find yourself being short and reactive for no apparent reason. Trivial things that used to be dealt with calmly can now trigger emotional outbursts. This kind of moodiness and irritability are red flags of a body screaming for rest. When the body and mind are constantly battered by stress, the ability to maintain emotional balance is compromised. It is important to realize that significant mood swings can be a sign that you are not only experiencing physical exhaustion, but emotional exhaustion as well. Recognizing and addressing these symptoms is the first step to regaining balance and happiness in your life. 2. Lost motivation. Loss of motivation is often thought of as laziness, but actually it can be a serious sign of burnout. Imagine yourself as a once energetic, high-achieving, internally motivated person. But now everything has changed. You feel drained, apathetic, and can hardly find the drive to do the things you used to do with so much enthusiasm. A loss of motivation is not the hallmark of laziness, as someone experiencing burnout usually has a history of achievement and high spirits. This is not a choice, but rather the result of excessive stress, leading to emotional and physical exhaustion. In the past, you might have involved yourself with exciting projects and pursued your dreams with great zeal. Now, however, you feel a heavy burden that makes things difficult. Awareness of this loss of motivation is the first step to understanding that you may be experiencing burnout, not just laziness. Don't ignore this change and consider seeking professional help to recover and rediscover your zest for life. 3. Loss of passion and enthusiasm. Losing passion and enthusiasm is a clear sign of burnout, a condition that goes beyond just being lazy. Think back to a time when you were passionate about a particular hobby or accomplishment. Now, however, that passion has faded, and enthusiasm sounds like a distant memory. Burnout takes you on a journey where what was once a source of joy may now be perceived as a burden. This is not about laziness, as this characteristic involves a slow transformation from love to indifference. Have you ever found it difficult to find joy in activities you once loved? It's possible that burnout has changed this dynamic. Emotional and physical exhaustion changes your outlook on things that once fueled your passion. Awareness of this change is the first step to understanding that what you are experiencing is burnout, not just laziness. It's a call to maintain your emotional and physical balance, rediscover lost passion, and pay attention to your mental well-being. 4. Feeling disconnected from everything. Feeling like you're stuck in a meaningless routine is the first signal that you might be facing burnout. Sometimes we just go through life automatically without feeling emotionally engaged. This is not just laziness, but a feeling of disconnection from the essence of self. Imagine looking at your life from the outside without feeling any emotional touch or happiness in your daily activities. This is an experience of depersonalization, where emptiness and helplessness pervade every step. Perhaps you feel like you've lost touch with yourself, helpless to take control of your life. A person experiencing depersonalization often feels alienated and no longer feels any engagement or interest in the things around them. This is the starting point towards a burnout journey, where feeling disconnected can be a signal that you need to pause and restore your emotional balance. 5. Neglecting self-care. One sign of burnout that is often overlooked is the tendency to neglect self-care. When the body and mind are overworked by excessive stress, often drastic changes occur in health and personal care habits. This may range from irregular eating patterns to neglecting adequate sleep. A person experiencing burnout may feel physically and mentally exhausted, so doing self-care activities such as dressing up or maintaining physical appearance is not a top priority. On the way to burnout, it is often seen that a person prefers to be alone, avoids social interaction, and tends to be isolated. At this stage, self-care is not just about physical actions, but also includes mental health and social balance. Self-care habits that were once practiced with enthusiasm can be forgotten, as life balance feels increasingly difficult to maintain. Identifying changes in self-care can be the first step in overcoming burnout, given the importance of paying special attention to health and life balance. 6. Change happens gradually. Burnout is not a condition that comes on suddenly, but rather a journey through 5 distinct stages. From the beginning, when stress starts to set in, to the final stage of chronic burnout, each phase brings about gradual change. Think of it like an unexpected journey, starting with moderate anxiety and fatigue, but here, optimism, motivation, and performance start to plummet. This is the first call of burnout, the moonlight stage, where symptoms begin to appear unnoticed. Then, the journey through the chronic stress phase brings more profound changes. The once inherent interest and motivation is slowly eroded by constant exhaustion. Stage by stage, one begins to feel disconnected from oneself, like watching life from a distance. Social and self-care begin to take a backseat, creating a distance between the individual and the outside world. The importance of recognizing these changes is so that we can more quickly detect the signs of burnout and seek help before it reaches a more severe stage. This awareness is not just about recognizing symptoms, but also appreciating that burnout is a gradual journey, giving us the opportunity to act early and maintain a balanced life. Let's appreciate this unexpected journey through burnout together. Don't miss the opportunity to show your support by liking if you found this content useful. How have you experienced emotional and physical burnout? Have you ever felt disconnected from yourself or lost motivation? Share your experiences and insights in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to stay connected with useful content in the future. Also share with your friends who may need these insights. Together, we can build awareness and support each other in overcoming burnout. Thank you for your participation, and see you in the next content.